Okay, so before going to start, let me introduce myself. My name is Nagendra Singh. I am the founder of Harita-Hive and Matrix AI. So, the Harita-Hive is bridging the gap between the education and the professional career. Particularly, we are offering to upgrade the skills, like where students can join our course and upgrade their skills. And I have three segments. One is where we are actually offering the courses to the student. Second, we have the setup of lab in New Delhi. So the lab in New Delhi is offering, like right now it's not offering. We are going to start hiring from June 2026. And we will be hiring the master degree students for the internship, for 1 year internship, and we will be that will be a paid internship. So we will be actually hiring not only from India but also from abroad, other countries to do the internships. But the eligibility would be only for the master degree and the bachelor degree students who are in the final year of their degree. And the third is Harita have offer services to the project. So right now we have got a Saudi Arabia project for which we have signed a contract with them for the next 2 years. For the Saudi Arabian project, we actually hiring for the electricity mapping, utility mapping experts particularly. So if anyone interested in that, you can actually apply for it. It's not a remote job; it's an on-site job in Saudi Arabia, but in Saudi Arabia, we are hiring only the citizen of Saudi Arabia. But yes, in India, we are going to hire the Indians and the other people also if they are willing to come on site. Particularly, the office is in Muradabad city of Western Uttar Pradesh. So that's all about the Haida Hive. And in the other hand, Matrix AI, what we are doing at the Matrix AI is we are actually bridging the gap of geospatial technology. We are using a GIS platform. We have built a GIS platform where we actually doing something unique, I would say. I'll show you the Matrix AI things later on. So let's just get into the rolling of, and let me know if you have any questions further. So in India, if we, I'm talking about particularly in India, most GIS students think GIS is equal to software. That's not a true. Actually, if you have a knowledge of GIS, QGIS, ArcGIS, and you can actually do the digitization, that's not only a digitization, that's a 5%. That's the foundation of GIS. I'm not saying that no, that is not necessary. Yes, that is necessary because you are using a vector data into it. In digitization, you are doing a digitization for vector data, and vector data is the backbone of the industry. So yes, softwares are necessary, but most of the countries does have the digitization now. They have the digitization data. If you go to a geofabric.de here, if you go to here, you'll find at least you'll find 90% of data available in here. Go to any country. You have Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Central America, Europe, Northern America, South America. Go to Asia, India, and then you see here it's covering the whole India, even the islands also. Yeah, you go here, you can actually search the location Central India, which is covering the Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh. Yes, these three states that's covering. Yeah. So you go here, download the zip file here, and if you load it, it will have all the data. Let me download it for you. It will take time, maximum 1 minute. So let me download it and show you what data they have. They have the road network data, they have the building data, they have the public places. They have the regional places, regional like the religious places, and they have the water bodies. They have the water route and everything they have. So most of the data is already available in the market. No such company need the actual data. For an example, uh, yes, you can have a building data for Iran also. Go here in the Asia. Here it is Iran. If you download it, there is a building data available. Yes, that is open source, not fully covering, but yes, you'll have at least 75 to 80% of data available in the market. And it's in 2D, not in 3D. Sometimes students gets that okay, we are not able to get it because the thing is, what they do is they actually one second, let me show you with example. See here, you have the building data. Let me make it a type, say file. Yes, now you have building data, land use data, natural data, places data, PFW data, POSW data, railway data, road data, traffic data, transport data, waterways. All those data are available for every country. I'll talk about this later. So my point is that only digitization is not the work now because in every country digitization is almost done, and yes, there are the issues with the countries like India because let me show you this thing. So Delhi is the capital of India. Now, if we go here, if we go to the central Delhi, which is having a all the yeah, in central Delhi, it's very easy to actually to acquire to have a 2D data with the ML models. There are thousands of ML models available. You run those ML models on satellite data, and you'll get the data, perfect data for 2D for this central India, this central Delhi particularly. But yes, if you try to do it here, here, in this area of New Delhi or Noida, it will not be easy because the thing is, human cannot define what is the boundary of this house, what is the boundary of this house, and what is the boundary of this house. If I go here, let me see if I have any. Okay, let's just one second. It's a purple guns, Krishnanagar. I might able to show you something. Yeah, see here. In this image, it's hardly you can on the street you can actually find out which is the building, which is the full building. But at the top, you cannot able to identify. So ML model will not be able to identify. See here. Now ML model will consider this whole building as one building, but in reality, it's two buildings. One is this side, and one is at this side. So it's not easy, but India has the 2D data for this available, and most of the companies does have. If you go to the Next GIS, there is a company called Next GIS. Here, if you go to here on their data, go to data, and they have the data available. Yeah, it's chargeable particularly. They have the base map, elevation, building is AI, roads AI, over land cover, places, satellite, overture. Then they have the heritages. They have all the data. If I go here, building AI, and if I try to find out, so they have the point polygon, 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 which is on Google Polygons, Microsoft Polygon, OSM base maps, OSM base maps point. They have the data here. You can download it from here, particularly. Sources are Microsoft and Google. So whatever Google and Microsoft data have, building data have, they have data here. Other than that, also they are building a data for every country. So you can download the data. So there's no need of digitization now. But actual industry is about the automation and intelligence. How accuracy and fastness? Yes, on the fabric.de, geofabric.de, the data is not that much of accurate, but if we talk about, let me show you. If you use the OSM base map, the data is accurate for 2D. But if you try to use a base map from Google or Microsoft Bing Maps or any other satellite image, the data is not accurate on those images particularly. But yes, on the base map, it's accurate. On OSM, I would say, or OpenStreetMap base map, it's accurate. But there is an issue with the data, particularly if we talk about the developing countries like India. There is a data issue because the thing is, here in this here, you'll find three data particularly. Let me copy the coordinate and see here. The issue is that these are the buildings available. So in this area, it will hardly give you the accurate data, particularly. If you use the cycle OSM uh, and let's just wait, see. So there are no buildings. So this base map from OSM is not updated. So data is not updated there. So you will hardly have uh, for the street, for the road. Yes, the data is accurate, but if we talk about the building, the data is not accurate for the buildings. But there is the companies like Reliance Jio. They have 1900 cities in India. They have the data for 1900 cities, and that too in 3D and 2D and 3D model. And the other companies also are there, which are offering the data for this, but they actually costing you at around for one city. Actually, when I was looking for the data for this city here, Meerut. So for the Meerut, they were charging around 1,890 US dollar. So that would be like 1.5 lakh. They were charging for Meerut data. So the data is available in the market. You can buy it particularly. Geo is not selling the data as of now, but yes, in the later stage, when they will be able to use it, because the thing is, Geo is using those 1900 cities data, particularly for their telecom project. Once the project is developed, the project is completed, they will sell the data. Other than that, there are other companies also which are having the data. So it's like an approach. They are not openly selling the data, but yes, they have the data. You just have to do the research and you have to just reach out to them. They are selling the data. And here, why one skills change your salary from 10,000, 15,000 to 50K. And I'm here is going to show you this thing which actually I posted about, which is a 9-step framework to get a high paying GIS job. First is everyone just have to understand what the actual job they are looking for. Is it GIS analyst, GIS developer, remote sensing analyst, web GIS developer, GUI ML engineer, cartography or GIS designer, or geospatial data scientist? So in India, this one here, this one, this one, and this one, all those three are particularly in one. So like because the professional are not focusing on these three, they are just trying to learn. They are just trying to learn QGIS, ArcGIS, task imaging, and they are just trying to learn every software in the market. But they are not focusing on one particular path, particularly. I would say. Yes, I'll share the PDF to you. So let me share the PDF in the chat itself. You can download the chat, PDF from the chat itself. So this is the framework which I used particularly. Just focus on one thing, either GIS developer, either remote sensing analyst, either web GIS developer, or GIML engineer, or geospatial data scientist. This determines what you should learn, what projects you have to build, and what salary range you can expect. Obviously, you have to choose one path, not trying to learn everything at once. After that, build only the skills that your target job requires, particularly. So, for an example, GIS analyst. For the GIS analyst, you need the software like QGIS, ArcGIS, MapInfo, or any other. So, if you have any particular company in your mind, for example, if we talk about ESRI, ISRI in India, so ESRI mainly focus on ArcGIS software. So, learn ArcGIS softwares. And if we talk about the EGIS, so there is another company called EGIS here. This is so EGIS is always focused on map info, not an other company does focus on those. And let me show you by the jobs itself here. We have Gurugram here. Okay, we have here. One second. You have this Pan India company here, which actually use only I would say a QGIS, or sometimes they use CalGIS only, but they specifically focus on QGIS. They only use open source data particularly. Then you have the another company here somewhere. That's the Maruti. Yeah. So you have the another company here. I think yeah. I'm forgetting the name of the company, but they had there is one company in this building here, and which actually focus on this one here, GR Infra projects. They only focus on QGIS itself, and they sometimes use it for global mapper. Other than that, you have this here. Other than that, if we talk about, you have the Lapton maps. Lapton maps. So Lapton maps does have the focus. They only focus on QGIS, ArcGIS, and Global Mapper. So understand what softwares they use, these companies use, and focus on learning those softwares only. And then for the JS developer, just focus on the programming of which Python, GPandas, PostGIS, Leaflet, and Mapbox, and the GeoServer APIs. Just try to understand these. Start from the very basic. Start from like how you can actually automate the process, how you think you can actually, for an example, uh, I always give this example. That is, you are working in a company, and every day you are working on something like you are building something or digitizing. For example, just digitizing. So how you can build an automation pipeline where you can actually, in one click, you can actually automate the symbology of all the layers, and you don't have to choose the colors based on like based on the like every day. You don't have to choose the colors of symbols every day. You just run that particular code, and that will give you the symbols color according to the layer name. That will give you the symbology according to the layer names. Just automate the process. That's all about the JS development. Try to build something. Remote sensing, yes, you have to learn Google Earth Engine, raster IO, rig classification, SAR processing, gen detection, and you can how you can learn it. Uh, I have shared, I would say I have shared a lot of Google Earth Engine documents earlier. I can share again, but just go to here, go to the data catalog, particularly data sets here. Yeah, you have the data sets, climate and weather. Explore more climate data. And can get a direct code from here. If you go into the detail, you have the code here. Just change according to the location. Change if you even if you don't know how to write a code, try to use these codes. These codes are available. Try to understand what codes is actually saying it, what data the codes are importing from the Google Earth Engine and then processing it. So you have all the data sets here. Use those available resources in the market. GI Engineer, Python, deep learning, UNet models, time series modeling, GeoAI, Python APIs. So if I talk about this, let me. This is the very first MVP we built about the Matrix AI. So it's still under the Harita-Hive name, and this is what I built it particularly. Site suitability analysis for 7 sectors. Go here. Try to use anything, any agriculture location. Try to just just choose any city. Let's choose in the. So my company is in Dover City here, and that's the office. Yeah, uh, yeah, that's the office here. 11-1 in the Dover. So let me choose any location. Let's, for example, we are choosing this village here. Search for it, and it will give you the area, which is Rose Valley School Road, Kent County, Delaware, 1904, United States. Buffer area 5 kilometer. Location confirmed. Confirm location. Choose soil fertility is the major factor for agriculture. So this one. The second is the rainfall or climate data, and third is the DEM slope area, and the land cover we can use 80%. 70%. Let's choose the climate, make it 85 and then 95. Now the total is 350% and it will not run. So normalize to 100%. Now focus on this. This is the first one, which is highest, then second highest, third highest, and fourth highest. Normalize it. First highest, second highest, third highest, and fourth highest. Process to analyze, run suitability analysis. Right now it's failing because we haven't done it for the road network analysis. But if I show you for other, we have developed two things. One is solar farm and battery energy storage system. Choose the same location, 5 kilometer buffer, confirm. Here you have the five factors to choose. Grid connection distance, which is highest. DEM should be the second highest. Road network should be the third highest. And then land cover should be the fourth highest. And this normalized to 100%. Process, run. Why it is failing? It gives the analysis accordingly, particularly, I would say. I have to check what is not working particularly. Yeah, I can give you the demo link for this. So I have developed a demo link. I can share the demo link and you can check out how it works. And then build a 4 to 5 portfolio projects, just like this one. So if I go here, uh, there are only two, three portfolios as of now on my profile because I'm not looking for a job for last 1 year, I would say. So this is from 2022, which was for 3D city model particularly. Let me show you. It's a Gurdwara in Jaipur city. Here, let me show you the real. Yeah, it's a Gurdwara here. So if you go here, that's the Gurdwara. This one here. See here. That's the Gumbaj here. That's the one, and that's the one. So if you go here, you'll able to find it. That's the first one, the second one, and here third one. Then you have this one here, which was from 2022 only, which is giving you the analysis of real-time analysis, 4 years. You can see here, it's 4 years. It's giving the analysis for location one A to location B in Bangalore city. And here was a traffic light, so it's stopping it and then next. Build a portfolio for that, 4 to 5 portfolios particularly. I would say I cannot show you two portfolios which are in my document particularly, but here this was a portfolio project, particularly if I talk about crime mapping analyst. It was a contract 2 months particularly 2 months project for me, where I actually used QGIS and ArcGIS to actually analyze the crime mapping. against the girls under 16 years of age. And then if you go here, portfolio website, you can build a website from Bix or any other portfolio. You can use Bix or Google Blocks or ArcGIS. ArcGIS does have your one thing. There's ArcGIS story map. You can use it to build a portfolio. It's very good example which you can use it to actually showcase your portfolio, and you can just use it, sign in, and then let me see if I'm able to sign it or not. I'm forgetting. Yeah, so I assign it, create one, go to the story, briefing, frame, collections, and all, and then create a one story. How you can do it? You can actually look forward and build it. I tried to build one thing, but I have already the MVP for that. Then list the five companies which you want to work. At least five companies, I would say. Like for an example, uh, if you want to work in Gurugram in India, in Gurugram, you have AGIS in Sector 42. You have Mahindra Tech in Sector 147, I guess. And then you have Pan India in Sector 18. You have Lapton Maps in Sector 18 or 20, I guess. And then you have the another company, GR Infra in Sector 18. So these are the companies in Gurugram. If you want to work in Gurugram only, Gurugram and if you want to work in Noida, there are the companies in Sector 63 in Noida. There is a Future Safe Technology in Sector 132. There are other companies in Sector 63. A lot of companies, I'm forgetting the name. Excel Geomatics is there in Sector 63. Then there are ESRI, ISRI India is there in Noida. So they are just pick your dream companies particularly, and then start using their research and build their research particularly. Do some research for that and identify one problem they have. For an example, I would say, uh, so let me give you my example. In 2023, when I graduated from Master degree of Science, Master of Science in Geography, so my career is little bit of jobs and all. So if you go to my experience from here, see, if you go to my experience, I started from June 2011 as a computer operator, and I did my plus two in 2011 itself. So I started as a computer operator for 1 year and 9 months. Then I got promoted because I was the expert in location intelligence. So I was got promoted for navigation officer in landmarine engineering and port solution. And my first job was good, I would say. After working there for like till January 2015, one of my manager applied for my BSc entrance exam. So entrance exam was CUET. You may have heard of it, CUET. So that is common university entrance test for all the central universities. So my manager applied on behalf of me for that, and then I got admission to BSc. I got second rank, I would say, and I got admission into the Central University of Karnataka. I did my BSc completed here, and then I got an opportunity for a GIS analyst in NABARD, particularly, but that was a contractual third-party payroll as a freelancer, and I was doing it. I was placed in IIT Delhi first, and then they gave me the remote job for this. Then, after doing it, September 2021, when there was a COVID in India, I used it for the program like Master of Science in Geography. I did it from Dehradun University, like Sri Guru Ram Rai University, Dehradun. And then I graduated from there in April 2023 and got joined this Pan India Consultant JS executive. So what was the problem in Pan India Consultant? There was only one problem, that was that they have the head office in here. One second. Um, yes, that's the impact, and that's Pan India here. So they have the head office in here, Sector 18, but they have the working office somewhere around Sector 37, somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere here they have the company where they work. So their manager was busy with handling the projects, acquiring new projects. And I find out that there's no one in the market, like in the company, which can actually handhold the communication with the government professionals. So I was placed as senior executive at the headquarter only here in Sector 18. And I was the point of contact for all the government officials for the running projects in Pan India. And then I switched it to this was under, like, when I was in Pan India itself. That time I did it for the, and that was like for the government project. That was I didn't charge for that anything, but this was building my portfolio. And then I joined as a senior team lead operation in future set technology. And I worked there for 1 year and 3 months. And then I started my company, Harita-Hive. So try to understand one problem that the company have. It might be missing layers in their GIS system or slow analysis workflow, data quality issues, manual digitization, or automation pipeline. Anything can be there. And then build a small value project, like do something. Like if you think, for an example, left-hand maps are always work on digitization. Just go there. They'll allow you to go there. You can go to any company to talk about anything, and then try to understand their workflow, how they work. Or if you are not allowed to go in, like you don't have time, or you are far away from the particular company you are dreaming of, just try to talk to their customers. They're not customers, they're actually employees. Try to talk to their employees and then try to understand what they are actually doing and what the project they are doing. And then try to find out a manager or a founder or tech lead who are actually hiring, and then send some message. Like, I created a small JS analysis based on your recent work. It's useful. Feel free to share it internally. And then you will be able to get the job. So any question you guys have, I'm not, I don't, like, I didn't find out that, okay, how I can start this conversation particularly. But yes, if you have any question, you can ask. You can because it's there's no point of showing you full presentation and you will able to find, because you already know what the particular market value in for the digitization, particularly in India. It's hardly like you'll hardly have 12 to 18,000 rupees as a salary in India. We have 11 minutes, so if you guys have any question, you can ask. Rayan, is Python or SQL necessary? Both are the necessary languages. You use Python for the automation and you use SQL to actually run a query into database. So GIS is our data. Like you have the particularly raster data, vector data. And in vector data, if you, for an example, if a company is working on or digitizing something, let's for an example, if we have 1900 cities data, how I can run a query into the server, into the in our own server to actually find out if we have digitized for particular location or not, particular address or not. So you just run a SQL query and you will be able to find those. Can I use VS Code instead of Python? That's the issue. VS Code is not a language. VS Code is the editor you use to write. It's and Python is a language. So code editors, there are the thousands of code editors. You can use command prompt in window. So let me share my screen. So CMD, you have the Git CMD, which is GitHub. Git is a tool, code editor to actually write a code. You can use Git CMD. You can actually use the command prompt to write a code. Any code you can write here. And then other than that, there is also a PowerShell, which is also a code editor, Windows PowerShell. It's also a code editor. Other than that, you have BS Code, Jupyter Notebook, a lot of it's preferred. It's your choice which one you want to use it. So VS Code is a code editor, not a programming language. Prism and how I can make a career in GIS. So it will be easy for me if you guys talk about what the issues you are facing right now. So if I talk about like what how I can make a GIS career from the start. So I would not recommend you to actually leave your job or whatever you're doing. If you are a fresh graduate, try to find out a job, like a digitization job or anything job, any job in GIS market, particularly GIS company in GIS company. So you can start earning for your expenses, particularly in the start. And then try to learn the upgrade your skills. Try to learn Python language. Try to learn uh, automations, and then you can use it. So if I say this, see, we offer this course, GeoSpace Technology Unlocked, in which it's a 120 days course, in which we have track one, which is the foundation of geospatial science, where you learn about introduction of geospatial, GIS concept and data types, coordinate, what is coordinates in practical form, cartography, remote sensing, satellite sensors and data acquisition, GNS and GPS, surveying and open data, spatial analysis, and all those. And then you, at the end, you build a project, a capstone project, which is one is a minimum which you need to complete, and then you have to actually you can choose three projects. Sorry. So students can actually they actually reach out to me that okay, I am not able to get the data. How I can get the data particularly for this location. So I give them the location and the data, and we give them the choice like 40. Like if we have 30 students, we give them the 40 projects. You can choose any one of the projects of your choice for your portfolio. So they build the portfolio itself here, and the dashboard and storytelling here. Then we have the track two, which is Python basic to get started with Python. Variable, what is variable and data types in Python? What are the data structure, string operational operations, looping and control side statements, functions and classes, files handling, intro to NumPy and pandas, and then GeoPython, which is the libraries. And then we start the track two, special programming automation. Intro to Python for GIS, vector operation in Python language, raster processing in Python language, volume and interactive maps, automating QGIS, R for spatial analysis, raster analysis in R language, spatial joins and overlay in R language, SQL, spatial SQL in PostGIS, and then you build a capstone project into which would be your any of the tool or source code you'll write for this. Then third is WebGIS and cloud platforms, and the fourth is a GUI and deep learning. So we do offer these courses under the name of Harita-Hive. So these are the certified courses we offer. So get a job, which if you are a fresh graduate, get a job, try to learn these languages, these particular skills, and then apply for another company. Like I always recommend this to the fresh graduates. If they don't have a job, apply for any job for the first year. Doesn't matter if they are offering you 20,000 rupees, 25,000 rupees, 30,000. I would not say like just get settled for 12,000, because in 12,000 you will not be able to actually like run your expenses particularly. Many companies are asking three ArcGIS Enterprise, ArcGIS Pro, ArcGIS JavaScript developers. MySQL would like to learn about programming skills. Yes, so we do offer the ArcGIS Enterprises. Particularly, these are the companies who. So, what is the ArcGIS Enterprise? So, ArcGIS Enterprise is a platform. They like that is a backend. The ArcGIS offers to build anything on above of the ArcGIS Enterprise. So above on the ArcGIS Enterprise, you learn about like how you can build anything on top of it. So you ArcGIS Enterprise, I would say like for that also you have to learn. We have the expert here. Parth, can you talk about the ArcGIS Enterprise?
Hi Nagendra.
Right.
So, guys, basically, ArcGIS Enterprise is one of the S3 products. Okay, and when you work with ArcGIS Enterprise, it is one of that software which, uh, as Nagin said, provides you the base. So basically, big organizations use ArcGIS Enterprise. For example, whatever data you have with you, like you have a raster data or a vector data or a map. Now you want that map to be seen by people, right? Now, like in an organization, if 50 people are there and the map is there inside your machine, those 50 people won't come at your desktop or at your place to see the map, right? So ArcGIS Enterprise is a deployment basically, or a backend site where a map is hosted or a map is published, and then the people can use it. Okay, and why provide that in Harita Hive? Like I train for ArcGIS Enterprise, how we set up that environment. There are many four kind of different parts in an enterprise environment which are combined together for the site to run. So I provide knowledge on that, and not only ArcGIS Enterprise. If you are getting into ArcGIS Enterprise, you need to have knowledge about what are data sets actually, what are coordinate system, how do ArcGIS Pro work, how do SQL work, because someone asked in the comment section that what is a SQL server and whether SQL is needed or not. Of course SQL is needed, because any data which you are using has to be stored somewhere, and if it is stored somewhere, that is a database, and to get that data from the database you need to query it, right? You need to write something so that the data comes out of it, and that query is done through SQL. So, in order to learn ArcGIS Enterprise, you need to have knowledge about all these things. When you have knowledge about ArcGIS Enterprise, then the other part is of application, how the maps you are using. You can use, like Nagendra showed you guys, story maps. That is one of the application of ArcGIS Enterprise. Then there is field maps. Then there are different kinds of SRE applications. Through coding, you can use that, and you can, these are the kind of applications if you have knowledge on it, you can earn more. As he said, digitization is only one part, and since all the data is available right now everywhere, freely accessible, so digitization is something which is soon going to get diminished. So you have to upskill yourself, learn more softwares as you can, and then try to implement Python coding languages with it. That is how you are going to gain, what do we say, upper hand in comparison to other people who are working in this field. And when we talk about only India, India is still emerging in GIS. People have just started exploring GIS, so there are a lot of jobs coming in the future. So if you guys, this is the right time actually to get into GIS. So if someone is going to guide you through this, then definitely I think you should join us, come on board with us and learn these software, and start earning money, good
Thank
money.
you. Thank you, Parth. So let me give you something, which is have you heard of cyber GIS term? Anyone? Cyber GIS term. Okay. So and actually we are building a cyber GIS term like cyber GIS server in US for the Matrix AI. Why we are doing it? Because we will be able to store all our data on our cyber, particularly on our server specifically. And after 3 years or 4 years of working in Matrix AI, my all the employees will work remotely in GIS softwares, and the data will store on the cyber GIS particularly on our server. Okay, I'm doing a bachelor in geomatics engineering here in Nepal. I'm on my last semester. How I can progress my path in remote sensing. So I would say to actually, if you want to learn the remote sensing analyst, if you want to become a remote sensing analyst, try to learn the open source softwares. Try to learn ADAS Imagine, NV, and all other softwares which are available in the market, and try to apply for an internship in a company which is actually focusing on agriculture or water sector particularly. So there is Lab Gurung, I think that's your name. Am I pronouncing it right? So you can apply for agriculture companies. You can apply for the water companies. There's a company called Liquid Tree. You can apply for the internship in that, and they have presence in India. They have presence in Thailand. They have the presence in uh, most of the European countries and the US. You can apply for internship with them, and you will be able to get hands-on experience with them. Okay, and I have worked on the basic GIS, but I don't have a portfolio or didn't find the right job. So, Fiza, you can do one thing. If you are free right now, if you are looking for a job and not working as of now, give yourself 1 month. Try to find out what topic, what particular projects in your areas companies are doing. Build a portfolio on that. Build any open source portfolio on that. Use the open source data and build a portfolio like I would say biodiversity mapping. I would say crime mapping analyst and like crime mapping for the area. You can get the if you want to use a crime mapping for that, you can use the data from you can just go to any nearby police station you have and try to find out that okay, sir, I'm trying to analyze the crime mapping for the area. Can you give me the FIR reportings for in the CSV format? They do have and they provide, but they actually ask you to actually sign some NDA, non-disclosure agreement. And you can use it for the building a portfolio. Other tools, other you can do it for agriculture, you can do it for water sector, anything which interests you most. Where can I building free data sets updated, any providers, consulting companies, any reference? Upender ji, there are the providers you have to look for particularly, and You can post it on LinkedIn and you'll find that the company itself reaching out to you. Narendra, hello, I'm doing BTech agriculture engineer, done my implant training in GIS field in NASEC. In this place, I'm learning QGIS and Google Earth Engine. So how I am doing job, so how I am doing job in my sort of to learn or upgrade my skills. Then the best thing for you is Maharashtra Remote Sensing Application Center, MRSEC. They have the openings for internship. They have the opening for freshers. Apply for them. Apply with them. You can apply for like in GIS. It's very easy to find an internship, particularly in government jobs. You can apply for the Panchayati Raj Mantralaya. You can apply for Rajasthan Remote Sensing Application Center, Uttar Pradesh Remote Sensing Application Center, Uttarakhand Space Application Center. These are the applications that you can apply for and you can learn from those. You just have to do the research. What are these centers? They actually give the jobs for everyone in the world, like in India. So if you are from Maharashtra, it doesn't matter. You can apply in UP, in Uttarakhand, in Himachal Pradesh. You can apply in any space application center and try to do some research which center right now are working on on an agriculture project. To what extent can remote sensing and AI-based method be used for identify plant species, particularly in Indian forest ecosystem? So you may be aware of Niranjan, then these plant species. So everything remote sensing work on the indices basis. So every indices they calculate NDBI, NDRI, NDMI, and NWDIs depends on the factors which you are using for. So NWBI, NDBI, and NDRI, particularly these indices, you and the best tool, best AI, best methods are that you develop something for that particularly or hire someone to actually build something for that, and you can use those particularly. And when you are hiring for someone to actually to build an ML model for you, ML model in India costs around 60,000 to 1 lakh rupees, and you can use it particularly. Are these courses free or paid? So Fiza, we are not offering any courses for free. We don't offer the courses for free because the thing is, I believe that everyone should invest something to gain something. In India, I would say in India, most of the they're like if you want to learn free, there are thousands of the videos on YouTube. Just learn from them. I'm not talking about particularly here. I'm just saying because if you don't invest into your growth, into your upgrading your skills, you will not learn particularly. For an example, let me give you an example. My instructor offering Monday to Friday class, and that too in evening, 7 o'clock to 8:30 o'clock in the evening for 1.5 hours. And 4 days he was just giving you the awesome, amazing lecture. Amazing, and he was teaching you great. But the Friday or any day, he was not able to teach you well, particularly. So what happened is in the free course, by and like on next day, you will not attend classes. And we have seen that particularly. You will not attend classes because the thing is, you haven't invested anything into it. So you don't have that motivation that, okay, yeah, I have paid to Nagendra and the course was like the class was not good. Let me ask him what was the reason. Or let me give him the feedback. That's why we are not offering any course for free. But sometimes we do offer the courses based on the tracks, based on the concessions sometimes we offer in the seminar particularly. Just like today we offered that if anyone want to join for track 1 and track 2, they can actually pay 5,500 rupees INR. And sorry, I forgot. Let me. So I'm putting this scanner in the chat. If anyone want to to actually get enrolled into the course, they can use this scanner to pay, and international students can also pay using this scanner if they want to enroll into the course. So right now we are offering the track one and track two in 5,500 rupees. The full course is 14,999, which is 15,000 rupees in and USD is 179. For SQL, Hanan Imtiaz, you can do one thing. You can reach out to me on my email, which is haritahive@gmail.com. Let me write it in the chat. You can reach out to me on the email. I will be able to share a few tools for the SQL. So track three is WebJS intro, where we actually work on Leaflet.js, JavaScript basics, Mapbox styling, GeoServer setup, GeoServer styling, WebJS full stack, Google Earth Engine, Python API, Open Data Queue, AWS, and Web Dashboard, publish portfolio websites, and Capstone 3. And the fourth track is Intro to GAI, data preparation for machine learning, supervised classification, unsupervised clustering, accuracy assessment, deep learning intro, building detection, line cover segments, time series plus chain detection, ML in Google Earth Engine, AI model deployment, and final capstone. So you can see here the course is designed for 118 days. So sometimes it goes up to 120 days. So if we talk about, we offer the course for Monday to Friday, and so working days are 22. So we are offering the course for 3,000 per month for 5 months. I have to use any open source data that can build my portfolio like Google Earth Engine have many free data available, but the problem is I don't know how to utilize those data for visualization. So Fiza, you can do one thing. 1 second. Niranjan, can you say more on deep learning courses? So we actually not providing the individual deep learning or machine learning models or courses particularly. We do offering the track for that, but we are not offering any individual course for that. And that is the deep learning courses required you to actually have the skills in Python language, WebJS development, and all, and then you can actually learn the deep learning courses where you have to develop few machine learning models. You have to actually work on something. Would basic Python programming help me to get a job? Yes, if you can, if you will be able to automate few process which takes time to process, you will be able to get a job. Is it necessary to have a geography or geoinformatics degree in geospatial technology? No. Necessary are for the government roles, not for the private roles. For the private, you environmental engineering, civil engineering, geology students, geography students, geospatial technology, remote sensing, GS, and other than also I have seen the economics students, mechanical engineering, and the computer science engineering students who are working in geospatial technology. I don't have direction where to apply, and there are no opportunity available. I have applied virtually for many companies on LinkedIn. So, Fizzer, the thing is, I have worked as a operation manager, particularly in a senior team lead role. I was hiring. I was taking more than 4,000. Like I have taken more than 400 interview in future safe technology when I was working as a senior team lead. And I know that's why I started Harita-Hive to actually offer something which actually change and upgrade the skills in GSS and technology people, students. So I know when we offer or post a job role on LinkedIn, we only take 30 or 40 resume. Sometimes it's true, but I don't want to say it, but it's a true that uh, even if your resume is good, but your LinkedIn profile is not optimized, people don't actually download your resume from the application. We have done that too. Best platform to learn Python or R skill. I would say there are thousands of the platform you can learn from Python and SQL. Particularly, even Python.org itself offer a course. You can apply for it. It depends on your. So, open because some ArcGIS developer training. So, we are not offering any ArcGIS developer training as of now. We are offering the ArcGIS Enterprise course, and the cost is 25,000 rupees for that as of now. Pizza Man, and I have used any open source data to that can build my portfolio. You can do one thing. You can go to the qcstutorials.com and try to find out like how you can process the data and create the final portfolio for that. There are thousands of the projects available on the QGIS and with the step and steps. Hanan, it's dependly on you which YouTube channel and which actually YouTube teacher or instructor is able to actually give you the insights and you will be able to understand. So it depends on you how like which YouTube platform you want to use. And I would say for Python, for SQL, uh, particularly in GIS, there are no YouTube channels available for that. But there are the teachers on LinkedIn which actually offer free courses, and you can apply for those. The government of India is planning to build 2D building across India and can we get latest digitization data city and town wise. Please reference. I would say that India, for getting building data for India, why government are not actually focusing on or asking the government like the building data from the companies. Geo have 1900 cities data. Other than that, I would say Lapton Maps have data for 230 cities. Other than that, Genesis International have the data for 5,340 villages. Why government cannot ask these companies to provide the data? And those data are actually perfect without any mistake. Cost for the course is 14,999. But we also offer the track, particularly track one, track two, track three. So track one and track two, as of now, is for 5,500 rupees. Yes, Narendra, you can use the output of your code, whichever you are using. I didn't understand like what you are saying. So Narendran, we are not offering track four as of now because the thing is, we are still in the track three right now, and track three will complete by next month in January first week or second week, and that after that we are going to offer the track four. So it's not like we are going to offer you track four as of now. because we cannot offer the track for only for individual one person. Let me show you something. Mm, so today, what happened is one of my one of the company reached out to me to actually to develop something, and we built something for them. So I had the expertise in and backend engineering. So I built this here, which is just you just use the photo of the product like this one here and analyze it. It will give you the analyzing image and the full detail about it. It takes 4 to 5 minutes to analyze this image and will give the like it's work as an illustrator, image illustrator. Rutvik, yes, we do offer the certificate of completion after the course, and the track one is going to start from tomorrow. We have started the batch three, so in that track one is going to start by tomorrow. Any other question you guys have, please ask, uh, and we will be closing this session in 8 minutes. Any career guidance, anything you want to learn, and I have seen students who actually are how to enroll. Okay, wait, let me give you the Google form to actually fill the. If any one of you want to learn or enroll into the course, you have time till 4 o'clock tomorrow maximum to enroll. After that, we will not be accepting any new student. You can enroll from this. So we offer Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock to 8:30. That's what we have started a new batch for. And every track is designed for at least for 25 days. So it is like over a month. So track one is always complete in 1 month. Track two takes in total track two take around 2 months, and then start by track three and track four. So track one is for 1 month, track two is for 2 months, and then track three is for 1 month, and track four is for 1 month. So in total, it's 5 months. Why we are stressing track two? Because track two is necessary and foundation for learning programming languages. Feel free to Ritik, I don't. If anyone want to connect with me, you can connect on my LinkedIn and reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can connect and send a request to me on LinkedIn, and I always available on the LinkedIn. Got it. Any other question you guys have? So in the chat, there is a Google form. You can use it to apply to enroll into the course. We are not going to take any other you have hardly you have 20 hours to actually enroll into the course. After that, we will not be taking any new enrollment into the course. Thank you, guys. If you have any question, please write in the chat or ask, unmute yourself and talk about it. And we are going to close the session in 4 minutes. Thank you, Niranjan. Thank you, Amar. Thank you, Narendra. Thank you, everyone. If anyone want to talk, you can unmute yourself and reach out to me. If no, you can leave the call. You can leave the call. You can. Yes, Ritvik, if you have any question, you can ask.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, sir. Very nice session. I want to ask while I'm visit that Google form, it shows 14,900. So
99. Yeah.
yes, 99. So it is for a whole means
Yes,
track
for full course.
track.
All 4 tracks. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sir. So I will enroll for 4 tracks after
Okay.
filling that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. You can use the same scanner in the chat, or you can use the scanner which is given in the Google form. So the Google form in scanner is for Indian students only
Okay.
because it's a Google Pay scanner.
Okay. Yes, sir. And I want to ask that actually I have done mechanical engineering, but after that I completed the post graduation diploma in GIS and remote sensing with the
Yeah.
distance learning. That's why I want to learn and I want to get some hands-on training.
Got it.
So that's my question was did geography or geoinformatics is really
Yeah,
necessary?
yeah, no, no, not an issue because the thing is, you don't have to actually to be from the GIS background to work in the GIS. Even in IT sector, if it doesn't matter if you have a degree or not. Only thing is required, which is a skill. You may have seen there are the mechanical engineers who are in the IT firms, and they are actually getting 40 lakh, 50 lakh rupees salary.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Kumar, we are not offering any softwares. Yes, in the foundation, we are using the LGS and QGS, but other than we don't use any softwares to train. particularly for the foundation, because we don't believe that students should only learn the softwares. We believe that student also learn the programming languages. So in that, you will be learning Python first, then you will be learning R language, SQL, and after that, you will be learning the JavaScript particularly. How we start, we actually offer the course from the very basic, like what is Python? Just like in English language, where you just, sorry, in English language where the newborn where we learn A for apple, B for boy, C for cat, D for dog. The same way we are teaching the Python language. In that we actually in the first 8 days, 8 to 10 days, we talk about what is variables, what are the data structures, what are the loops, what are the indentation, what are the structure of the programming languages. That's how we teach particularly. So you can understand that what is packet programming is all about and how you can learn easily. Any other question you guys have? If not, you can leave the call so that if someone is not is trying, like they can actually talk about later. If anyone of you want to talk about like want to have a one-to-one session, I do offer 15 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes free sessions for everyone. You can book a session with me or send an email to me on harita@gmail.com and we can talk one-to-one particularly. I do offer the career guidance and the support for resume writing, portfolio building, other than the course. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. You can leave the call. Anyone of you want to talk about anything, you can ask or you can leave the call.